come to their senses and decided to buy gold for their portfolio, I don't know how I can help them. I mean, Alex, I just need to tell you that $265 for a franc is going to look like a really, really good price later on because the market is moving away from that. And even though it's at a discounted price today, you got to realize that people are sitting in the stock market, the bonds. If you have an IRA put away and you think that you're going to have something in the future, it's under attack. The United States dollar is not going to hold value as the Federal Reserve System turns on the printing presses and cranks out the debt machine and puts us in such hock. I mean, there's just no way that the United States dollar is going to fare well in that kind of an economy. That environment.
Ted, tell folks about some of the other coins that you do have in plentiful supply. How are you doing on those silver half dollars?
The silver half dollars are there. You can buy as many as you want right now. I shouldn't say that because I don't know exactly what, how many people will place orders on, but they are available right now. The junk silver's a great buy. I was able to reduce the price on $20 Liberties, even though the price went up in the gold market, almost a 40-point fluctuation today to $1,518 a piece. We have U.S. Eagles. I mean, there are many different coins that you can be buying in on and getting some good quantity in. But you know what? When this stuff comes from Europe and starts landing in the United States, this crises that we're dealing with, it's not going to be pretty, Alex. All this stuff is going to go up. The premiums are going to have to rise because there's such demand right now. I don't know how to say it any more clearer than that. I mean, I'm not saying that gold can't fluctuate in price and be, right now it's 1,240. It might reach a point of 1,220 again. But we hit that support level of 1,200, and the bankers tried to push it back down into that 1,180 range, and they lost that battle. It went shooting up to 1,240.
And this is happening in the summer when it's normally historically very low. 800-686-2237. Don't procrastinate, folks. 800-686-2237. The brokers will be there until later this evening. And Ted has had to go up a little bit on the franc. Still one of the best deals out there. Those silver dollars, you cannot beat that. Tell them it's the Alex Jones radio special to take advantage of these low prices. 800-686-2237. Ted, I really want to thank you for coming on with us today.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me up.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you will understand that global stocks are way down right now. That gold is shooting up all over the planet, all-time highs in Asia and Europe. 800-686-2237. And it also does support the network. Midas Resources owns the GCN radio network, so it's a win-win, win-win-win. 800-686-2237. Get into gold and silver today or go to MidasResources.com. 800-686-2237. All right. I apologize for having him hold while I was ranting, talking to Ted. He is Paul Dornanu. He visited with us a few years ago in Istanbul, Turkey. He's from Romania. He shot great video and took great photos that we used in Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, of that New World Order meeting. And I wanted to get a report from him because he was there Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to get, later in the broadcast, Mark Anderson to pop in from American Free Press. Once Tucker gets back, he'll give us any other intel he has to the United States in the next few days. Give him some time to rest, though. But the incredible news is that the Bilderberg Group, for the first time ever, not unanimously, but the majority of them do want to go ahead and have a war against Iran as a political diversion. And they want to continue to implode economies and go after our Second Amendment. But Paul Dornanu just got back to Romania, and he can also speak to world stocks hit as Hungary is the latest European nation to be fed on by the bankers. So, Paul, good to have you with us.
Hi, Alex. Good to be back.
Good to have you here. We're going to have you for this segment and the next. The website's infocon.ro, infocon.ro. Incredible photos and videos and research up on your journal, your online journal. But what else did you witness before you left on Sunday to go back to Romania? A. B. The Guardian reported, and we got Skelton coming on later as well. The Guardian reported that they did finally arrest and detain people. Go ahead.
Yes, Alex. I've heard about the arrest and detaining people. From what I know, there are there were some people, some guys that tried to climb on the hills and in the forest to try taking closer pictures. And actually, I've managed to see some of those pictures online. I haven't tried this year, because last year we have had problems with police in Greece. We've been detained twice in Greece. We actually haven't tried to do anything stupid this year, but we only stayed at the entrance of the hotel where basically we were able to make dozens of pictures with attendees coming out and coming in to the Dolce Hotel. And among these people, I can name, for example, the head of Daimler AG, Daimler Chrysler company, Dieter Zech, or whatever it's spelled, and another one, the chief for Airbus, Tom Anderson. Those are two new names that we managed to take pictures of. And I think you saw the video in which a guy, probably not sure who is from a Fiat company, waved the V sign on us. So I even said, whose victory is that, ours or their victory? I think you saw that video.
Wow. What do you think of the Bloomberg reporting that, okay, there is a big cabal, there is a world government? I'm going to read over some of this in the next hour. And you can't blame the public for being into conspiracies because it looks like it's real. And that the Federal Reserve told Bloomberg that Bernanke wasn't there, though people reported seeing him there. And I've seen the media lie before in 2008 and say that Bernanke wasn't there, even though I saw him with my eyeballs at 3 feet away as he drove in, and we got video and others got photos of him. They lied about Obama and Hillary being there in 08, but they were there. We know that. Bill Gates tried to lie about it, but got caught being there. I mean, more and more they're trying to hide the fact that they're attending this.
Yes, for certain. There were people that they have been reported to be in there, even right now at SitGuess, but they are not on the final list that we are seeing. And they have a website right now, and I think they are forced, to go public and try to minimize the event as, being a private meeting, like it's a private company, which is not the fact. So what they're trying to do is right now is, to try to hide the presence of some people that even I photographed a couple of people that are not on that list. And that's why I was thinking, is this list genuine or not? Because the list is certainly not complete.
Well, that's another great point that you bring up, that some of the people aren't attending this year, but you're seeing people who are attending that aren't on the list. And now we're seeing it all over the European press. We're seeing it all over the U.S. press. And the word from the inside is, from Skelton and from Tucker, is they are dejected. They know that their carbon tax is in trouble. They know that their entire agenda is being revealed.
Yes, they are scared. I can say for certain they are scared, and that's why I was actually wondering if it's our victory or their victory. And that's why that guy showed us the peace sign. For example, I was telling you earlier that Nas, the guy from Zeit's posting, has I took a photo of him, and he doesn't appear from the participant list. And there are some other
stay there,
people.
stay there. We're going to ask a few more questions in the next segment of Paul Dornanu, joining us from Romania, Bilderberg 2010. This is very exciting news. Stay with us.